Imagine you became radicalized when you were 16 years old, after your own brother joined, and you basically followed him. That he didn't recruit you, but you sort of followed his example. Can you explain how that happened?
Yes, I mean, there was a year difference between us, and the ties between brothers, particularly from a cultural background, a Muslim or a Middle Eastern or a Muslim majority cultural background, the ties between family are emphasized upon by the religion itself, by the culture. And on top of that, facing the violent racism that I did on the streets of Essex in the United Kingdom, and my brother was a sort of protector for me. When he joined the Islamist organization, I followed him eventually. A year later, I followed him into the movement.
Is there often, now in the last couple of days, we've had the case of several parents who've said, look, I had no idea this was going on in my house. I had no idea my child was interested in this stuff, was perhaps even plotting something. Do you hear that a lot from parents, and how accurate do you think that is?
It's very accurate for the parents to say they had little idea. My own parents were locked out by us. We didn't discuss matters with our parents at all. And in fact, the type of Islam that extremists come to practice is very, very different to the type of Islam that their parents have taught them, which is why primarily it's a second generational thing we see with the rise of Islamist extremism. It's less realistic for siblings to claim they had no idea. And that's why it's very important that though brothers can lead people towards extremism, they are also at the front line of defense in pulling their siblings out. And they can be very effective in making sure their siblings don't join such organizations as well.
You were saying that the form of Islam practiced by the parents is often very, very different and not radical in the way that their children are, and that's why it's a second generation thing. Is, in some cases, the children's form of Islam, is it a response to the parents?
Well, it's a response to, of course, to the parents, a form of rebellion. It's also a response to an identity crisis that's emerged. Europe, I believe, as a whole, is facing an acute identity crisis as to what it means to be European today. But also, actually, it's a form of empowerment in that people that are born and raised in the West adopt empowering narratives. For me, I got into hip-hop first, and I found an alternative identity and a subculture, a counterculture. And it's that form of articulation through using, in fact, Western discourse. And in fact, Islamism, if you trace how it emerged, it did emerge, it was heavily influenced by post-World War I European fascist ideology. And so Western discourse and the entire Western framework is articulated, and Islamism is a product of that.
Often I think when people hear that parents say, well, look, I had no idea, they view that they're somewhat skeptical about that. But you've seen repeated cases, and you said in your own case, I mean, kids hide it from their parents.
Yes, I would be more skeptical about siblings or spouses, but I tend to be less skeptical about parents when they claim they had no idea. Of course, every case needs to be taken on a case-by-case basis. And on top of that, I'd argue that even in the case of siblings and spouses, they may genuinely not know. So I wouldn't want to, point a magnifying glass on anyone in particular and say they're lying. I think, though, it is important to know that people, second-generation young European and Western Muslims generally who join Islamist groups, tend to be quite angry as well at their own parents' version of Islam. It's quite a typical thing that we see.